Hello everyone, welcome. It's the final Tuesday tips of 2024 and a really special one because I've got a $20,000 DJ gear prize draw for you and it's free to enter. I'm going to tell you all about that in just a moment. First though, just a public service announcement. We have literally I'm watching it uploading now. We have just finished and we are preparing our tutorial for this piece of gear, the xdj-az from Alpha Theta. It is the flagship product in their standalone all-in-one range and it's pretty awesome, and this is something that we've been asked for by our audience for a long time to make ever since they launched this. Well, we finally finished making it. It will be available to you within the coming hours. So do keep an eye on our YouTube channel and our website if you want to know more about that. If you're a Digital DJ Tips subscriber, no need to do any of that. We'll just email you as soon as it's ready. It'll be in the newsletter. And if you don't know about these training tutorials, they're all free. They're free to everyone, free to the whole wide world. We might be a DJ school, but we want you to figure out how to use your gear, then we'll teach you how to DJ with it. That's the way it works with us. That's how we roll. So these tutorials are all free and we've got absolutely loads of them. So this is our page on the Digital DJ Tips website. You can see that we've got some of the biggest DJ gear ever made on this page. And these are all like 2-hour long tutorials that really dive deep into how all this equipment works. So if you've got any of these pieces of gear here, go to the bottom of the Digital DJ Tips website and click on free gear tutorials. That page at the very bottom, you'll see those words, free gear tutorials. Click on there and it will take you through to that page. And you will be able to find on that page very soon the new one for this piece of kit as well, the xdj-az. But I'm sure you're wanting to know all about this $20,000 prize draw, aren't you? It's a lot of money and there's a lot of DJ gear. And guess what? The number one prize is one of these from Alpha Theta. Not only one of these, but you also get a pair of their Wave 8 DJ speakers, portable PA speakers. And you also get, because this unit here has got wireless headphones, you get a pair of their xdj F10 wireless headphones as well. That's a pretty good prize, isn't it? Do you want to know how to win it? Hang on, because I've got more to tell you about. You also will be entered into the draw to win a Denon DJ Prime 4 Plus system, not just a Prime 4 Plus, but the full system. So you get Serato DJ Pro as well. You also get a pair of Alto TS412 PA speakers. So Prime 4 Plus with speakers all ready to go. But that's not all in this $20,000 prize draw, because courtesy of our fantastic partners over at Pioneer DJ, we've got a DDJ Rev 7 controller to give away. And the Rev 7 controller also comes with a pair of headphones from Pioneer DJ as well to complement it. But that's not all, because our friends over at Rain have very kindly donated a Performer motorized Serato DJ controller, plus a pair of headphones to go with that as well. Another full system. But that's not all, because our friends at Algorithm have given us a Meta Quest 3 VR headset with their new VR DJ software, and Reloop have thrown in the Mixtor as well, which I've got behind me here actually. The little Mixtor, designed by our very own Layback Luke, and which works in a great hybrid mode with the VR software on the Meta Quest. So you can DJ with a real mixer and virtual decks. It's pretty cool. But that's not all. And I'm going to talk to you a bit more about this in a minute because it surprised us. We have, because we're of course a DJ school, bumped up the total value of that prize with something we've never done before, and Access All Areas Pass to Digital DJ Tips, which gets you all of our DJing and production courses, a year's free membership of our Digital DJ Lab subscription program, and it's all thrown in for one lucky winner worth more than $8,000 on its own. And it's actually surprised us. I'll tell you why in a minute. So they're the prizes. Why? Why have all these fantastic manufacturers, Alpha Theta, Rain, Denon DJ, and Algorithm, and Reloop, and Pioneer, Alpha Theta, still two companies as we speak. Why have those guys all given us amazing systems to give to you? Because they want what you're going to help me with now. See, it's a free draw, but I need your help. So here's what it is, and here's how it works. Every year at Digital DJ Tips, we run something called the Global DJ Census. I'll give you a link to get to this in a minute. Now, the Global DJ Census is the biggest annual DJ survey in the world. And it's your chance to get your voice heard and to make your opinion count. So when you come and fill in this survey, again, I'll give you the link in a minute. As a thank you for filling it in, we will enter you into the prize draw to win one of those amazing prizes. We'll even ask you which one you would prefer. So if you are lucky enough to be drawn, the chances are higher that you'll get exactly what you want from that prize pool. Remember, you get the chance to win one of these with speakers and headphones. You get the chance to win a Prime 4 Plus or a Rev 7 or a Rain Performer or a full VR system with a fantastic mixed tour mixer, or everything we've ever done in one big access all areas package here at Digital DJ Tips. Never done before for anyone. That's a superb prize. And so come and take part. It's really important to us because the results from this survey help us make better training for you. And as you can probably tell, it's very important to the industry. We share these results anonymized, of course. Your details stay completely private. We share these results with the industry, with all the names I just mentioned, and the rest of the industry. It's open for everyone in this industry to see what you say, what gear you want, what software you're using, the kind of DJ you are, what's working for you, what isn't, what's exciting you, what's boring you. You can tell us and we will make sure they get to hear it. And that means they can design better products for you. We've had people tell us over and over again, you should be selling this information. Well, we don't sell your information. We don't sell anything other than DJ training to our students. We share this with the industry as our way of giving back and as our way of trying to make sure your voice is heard. So do come and fill in the 2025 Global DJ Census. I'll tell you now where you can find it, but don't worry about that. It's also going to be linked underneath and it's so easy to remember, and it'll also be all over the Digital DJ Tips website soon enough. And you've got to, I think it's the middle of January or the first week in January, so you've got plenty of time to fill it in over the festive period. There's no rush on this, okay? So we'll make sure you find out how to do that. But the URL is djtips.co/win. That's it. Easy enough to remember, right? djtips.co/win. That will take you to that page there. Fill in the census, give us your email at the end, and we will enter you into the prize draw. Again, the prizes are a full Alpha Theta xdj-az system, including speakers and headphones, a full Denon DJ Prime 4 system with PA speakers, a Pioneer DJ DDJ Rev 7 controller with headphones, and a Rain Performer also with headphones. And for VR fans, a MetaQuest 3 with algorithm software and an amazing mixed tour mixer to work with it in a fantastic hybrid mode. It's a really cool set of prizes, I'm sure you'll agree. And of course, one lucky winner will get everything we've ever done at Digital DJ Tips, our first ever access all areas pass for anyone, which is exciting in itself, isn't it? So what I want to do now then, because I thought this would be fun, and the team said, yeah, okay, go ahead, let's do this, is I've actually got some early results. So we launched this census to our audience, as in to our students, our community, a couple of days back. And so I've got some early results and I've got a few pointers. It's a bit like, have you ever watched Election Night, where they've got this swingometer and they're getting the first results in and they're starting to realize how it might go? Well, we're starting to realize how the census might go this year. And you're going to be the first to know. Everyone else who doesn't watch this will not know any of this stuff until we have the official results launch, which is normally around February. So this is all ahead of time. So get ready for some peeps inside what the DJ world is thinking right now. But just before I do though, because we're live, I just want to say hello to some of our people in the chat before we go any further at all. Hello to Kesha and DJ Fish and Brandon and Justin and Catherine and Jonathan. Hello to JJ's Herb Chronicles, to DJ Pig C, to Vlog Analog over there in Phoenix. Hello to Fly Guy Green in Houston, and to Mixmaster G. Go and check out Mixmaster G's show after this. He will no doubt share the link on YouTube, so you can do that. He's talking about USB drives today. And Mixmaster G is one of the OGs who knows about this stuff. So if you want to know about USBs and DJing, go join him afterwards. Hello to Benny. Hello to Sarah, who says, happy birthday to Mixmaster G. Wow, it's your birthday. Well, there we go then. Just talking about you and it's your birthday. See, vibes. Hello to DJ Belter, who's in the sunny UK. He says, just kidding, it's raining and dark. Well, I know it'll be dark because it's dark pretty much all the time at this time of year there, isn't it? Right, okay. There's loads more people to say hello to, but I want to get these get these teases out to you about, right, so I've picked 5 things. 4 of them are to do with the DJ world, and one of them's really surprised me. So I want you to tell me what you think about it, right? So number one, this is a definite trend now. Now, this kind of DJ gear is standalone, right? You plug your USBs into it. You don't need the laptop, bye-bye laptop, in order to DJ with it. You can DJ with it with a laptop, but you don't need it. It's got a screen, it's got USBs, it can work on the cloud, it can work on streaming directly into it. This is a standalone DJ system. Standalone DJ systems are on the rise. A full 20% of you are now using standalone systems. So the xdj-az, the RX3, the Prime 4 Plus, the Newmark Mixstream Go Plus, and the other brands and the other models that are out there, which is directly taking market share from not controllers, because controllers have held rock steady. I don't know the exact number because we haven't finished the survey yet, but controllers I scribbled down have stayed absolutely rock steady. I think it's about 60% of the audience. But that hasn't moved. What suffered? This stuff. CDJs and mixers or other brands of separates. People are not buying club style gear, and instead they're going for stuff like this, where you get the whole lot in one unit. Those sales have all come from this style of equipment. And I think it's quite interesting. I think this kind of gear is getting better. It's starting to have more features from controllers. But people who are buying this, and this is just my personal opinion early on, looking at the stats, people who are buying this kind of gear are happy to use it also with a laptop and software, because it works with a laptop and software. So it's not really, this kind of gear is not really competing with that kind of gear. It's competing with this kind of gear, which if you think about it makes sense, because for a fraction of the price, this will do 95% what this will do. And the stuff this does that this doesn't do doesn't really concern people who aren't DJing in professional nightclubs. So interesting, 20% of you are now using standalone gear. First little teaser from the stats coming in on the global DJ census. So the second one is you DJs are now sticking with your gear more than you're not. So what do I mean by that? Well, we've always asked a very simple question. Are you planning on upgrading your DJ gear in the next 12 months? And that question has always been pretty big majority of people saying, yes, I am. And for the first year ever, this year, judging on the early results, and it's a big enough sample to be representative, judging on the early results, more of you are saying, nah, I'm sticking with what I've got, than yes, I'm going to buy something new. Interesting, isn't it? It could be the COVID money running out. You know, everyone was flush with cash because they couldn't spend it for a year or two back there. Reality hitting. It could be that DJ gear got a bit boring. Not really much is changing anymore. It could be that the manufacturers are saying, you know what, we're going to support our gear for longer. We're going to make pieces that last longer. I mean, look at the things like the Prime 4, which has had a slight tweak, but basically it's the same unit they launched all those years ago. And it's still great. People still love it. It could be that the software is getting the development and the gear itself that controls that software is just being left as is. You're getting all the changes from firmware or from upgrades to the DJ software you're using. Whatever the reason, more people are now seeing that they're happy with what they've got and they don't want to upgrade. And do you know what? From a DJ school's point of view, I think that's really encouraging, because DJing was never about the gear. Look, we've got 2 turntables here and I've got a professional mixer here, but I've also got a mixer up here that I used to DJ on with those turntables, those very turntables. That mixer, those turntables, 10 years, no change. And that took me through the majority of my DJing career, because I'm old, and that came before CDJs, which I did move on to, of course I did, but I had a long time on that, as did everyone else. It was about the techniques and the skills and the music and the programming, the selection and the vibes and the energy and all that stuff, which is nothing to do with the piece of plastic you've got sat in front of you. And I think a little swing back towards that kind of mindset. So remember, in our book, oh, what's he doing there? In our book, can't touch him, can I? I'll have to use another copy of the book. We talk about 5 big areas of DJing: gear, music, mixing, performing, and success. Gear is just the first one. The other 4 are the ones that count. And so I think it's quite promising. And of course, we'll see next year whether the trend continues. It could just be a blip. So the third, by the way, if you've just joined us, we are talking about our global DJ census. It's just been launched. It's now available to you. Head to djtips.co/win, djtips.co/win. You'll go to this page here, fill in the census, get your voice heard, make your opinion count, and enter the draw to win a whole host of amazing gear worth $20,000 from Alpha Theta, Denon DJ, Pioneer, Rain, and other big names in the industry. And there's also an Access All Areas Digital DJ Tips Pass. We've never given one of those away either. So take part, people. Right, and we're going through some of the early results. So we already know that standalones are having a moment. This kind of gear is taking market share from CDJs. We already know that DJs are now sticking with their gear rather than buying something new every year, which we're hailing as a good thing. Sorry, manufacturers, but it's a good thing. Make good gear, support it well, and people will upgrade when it's time. No point having planned obsolescence and all that stuff. Right, number 3. So we asked people what they were most excited about in DJing. So I've got 2 standouts here. So you can probably guess one of them. Oh, it's not VR glasses. This isn't part of the act. I've just got something in my eye. You can probably guess one of them. It is stems. People are loving stems. All the stem stuff, the stem swapping, the stem sampling, just stems in general. They're having a big moment. But the second one, very, very popular, like close behind, is mix creation apps. And I think this is being driven by DJ.studio, but also by Density. We've covered Density in our news, and we will be covering a review of it. Density is this little box here that pro DJ boxes can have fitted, which will just remember everything the DJ does, and then the DJ can put it back together with the actual tracks later on in a DAW that looks like Ableton. It's awesome because it means that you can take your DJ set and then you can edit it, you can post edit it afterwards. And like I say, this is a great system, and I'll be talking a lot more about this in the new year when we produce our review and our tutorial on it. But this kind of thing, the ability to make and edit DJ mixes in mix creation apps. And it's not just DJ Studio and Density. Of course, if you look at the rise of phone apps that let you mash up tracks in order to then share them on TikTok and Instagram and so on, it's a new, exciting way of producing great sounding mashups, bootlegs, re-edits, and just DJ mixes that makes it more fun, makes it more intuitive, means you don't need to be able to manually beat mix and do all the stuff which DJs traditionally were having to do in order to just get to square one. And you can just do really interesting stuff out of the box. So definitely next year we're going to be concentrating more on some of these apps and bringing you tutorials on them and showing you how you can do some of this stuff. It's never going to replace DJing, but it's a new exciting kind of front going on. Mix creation apps are having a moment. Trust me, we'll be talking a lot more about it when we release the full results. But I think it was about 25% of people said that was the thing that they were most excited about in the last year. So there you go. So number 4, this one is interesting because I remember 10 years ago, say, maybe a bit longer, when we were telling DJs, because we've got a lot of our DJs go from mobile DJs all the way up to club DJs, and then now we've added in live streamers and mixtape makers, and as I said, people who are doing mixes at home, not even in real time, just using these new apps. We've got everyone, right? We cover everyone. The book covers everyone. DJing's a wide game nowadays. And you shouldn't think that just because you're not this kind of DJ or that kind of DJ that you're not really a DJ. You are, trust me. If you think you're a DJ, you are. So 90% of so 10 years ago, 12 years ago, we were telling mobile DJs, if you get a website, a very, very basic website, and you put on it who you are, what you do, what other people say about you, how to get in contact with you, and some proof of those things, right? So testimonials or whatever. If you just do that, 5 pages, nice website, a form that works, you're good to go. You're going to be better than 90% of DJs. And when people see you on your socials, when people see you when you give them a business card and all that, they're going to click through, they're going to see your website, and most DJs haven't got one. You're going to be immediately ahead of the game, right? That was then. So this is now. 90% of DJs, and this is straight from the census, are not using any kind of AI in their DJing anywhere. Now, the big place to use AI is in playlist manufacture. It's in searching through music. It's in doing the kind of stuff Spotify tries to do with your recommendations and all that stuff. But you could just go into AI and say, literally, I am playing a wedding for a Puerto Rican couple whose parents are from Miami, whose, brother's a soldier who currently lives in South Carolina, and they love this and they love that, and I'm making this stuff up. But you can do that. Give me 50 songs I should consider playing. Quarter of a second, there you go. Cut and paste straight into your streaming service. There's a playlist for you to listen through and start thinking, what do I want to buy? What do I want to use? Are there any ideas here? AI is not going to replace DJs. DJs who know how to use AI are going to replace DJs who don't. 90% of DJs, as I stand here and talk to you now, and we've got the proof, we've got the stats, are not using AI at all. People, get on it. Get into ChatGPT, get into AI, get it looking for your playlist. Ask it what mixes well with this. Ask it what DJs are doing when they're playing this kind of event. Ask, ask, ask. Don't take what it says as gospel. Take what it says as a starting point. AI can take all the stuff which everyone knows, which would take you a week to figure out, and give it you in a quarter of a second. It's up to you then to add the final 20%, which makes you the brilliant DJ that you are. AI is not going to replace DJs like you. You are going to become a better DJ by using AI, and DJs who don't cotton onto it are going to be playing catch up. Trust me, start doing it. We cover it on Digital DJ Tips. We'll be covering it more. We're seeing in here, because not only are we saying, are you using it or not, we're finding out what people are using it for. Trust me, so we've got all the ideas, we've got all the pointers. We know what we're going to be covering next year to help you do it. Do not think you are cheating. Do not think it's going to kill DJing. Don't think any of that stuff. Just think, how can I use these tools to save me time, to make me more creative, to trigger my own creativity? Because trust me, AI will get you 80% of the way there, and the rest is going to get you the other 20%, and the rest is up here. So really, really exciting, really interesting that. Don't get left behind by it. I can see it already. I can see it happening. It's the new battleground. So do it. And finally, and this is the one that surprised me. So we just thought, you know, we always offer like our complete DJ course or something like that. But we thought this year we'll do something a little bit different. So when you get to that page, you'll notice at the bottom of the prizes, we've offered a Digital DJ Tips Access All Area Pass. This is 20 of our courses for life, plus 12 months of our Digital DJ Lab Pro membership, which is our subscription, our top end subscription for DJs who are constantly trying to improve. Hundreds of mix ideas, hundreds of what we call deep dive action plans in there to help you improve your DJing. It's an awesome, awesome resource. This is worth $8,000, right? And this is what, because I told you we asked people what prize would you like to win if you win the draw, and we allow people to choose between all the prizes I've been telling you about. This one is right up there. This one's really excited people, which I was surprised at. I've got to be honest, maybe I'm just British and maybe I'm just modest and maybe I just think, well, surely people will want the gear. You guys are really interested in getting all of our courses. And it did get us thinking, and we have been talking this week in the school. Would something like that interest you? As our students and as our subscribers, or even just as our followers, would some kind of access all areas pass to Digital DJ Tips be something of interest to you? We've shied off it in the past because it's just not fitted with the way we think you guys want to learn. But times are changing. You know, I've already talked about how times are changing. There's mix creation apps, there's AI. Is there access all areas to a school, which should be something that might interest you? Do let us know. You can let us know in the census, actually. There's a place in there where you can tell us stuff like this, or just let us know in the comments or whatever, because we're listening. And it could just be something that we move on if enough of you say, why did you wait so long? I mean, I really don't know. It's just something that it's been surprising, the enthusiasm for that within this, just that simple kind of throwaway question. What would you like to win the most out of these things? A lot of you are very into that, more than the gear. So yeah, let us know. Digital DJ Tips, access all areas. Is it a goer or is it a knower? Just made that up. What do you think? Elf isn't impressed. So there we go. So that's what we've found out early on in the census. Right, listen, people. I want to just spend the last few minutes here talking to you because that's what this is all about, as ever. So I'm going to grab up the chat window and we'll see what you've got to say about all of this. Really looking forward to touching base with you. Benny, the courses are amazing. Oh, Benny, thank you. That's very kind of you. Right, what else have we got here then? G says, I took your course, it helped me a lot. Thank you very much, G. Thank you to the Digital DJ Tips crew for sticking that URL to take part in the census, djtips.co/win. Phil says, I've already done the census. Lee says, is it that time of year again already? Tell me about it, Lee. Tell me about it. It's crazy. The swingometer, yeah, so I don't know if they have it in the States, but they have it in England, or they used to. On election night, they had a swingometer, and it was basically like a big pendulum from a clock, and they had like the two main parties in Britain. It would be Labour and the Conservatives. It'd be the Dems and the Republicans in the States, and they'd swing it, they'd move it. They'd say, well, it's a 3% swing towards the red. It was a lot of fun, especially because I remember what was the name of the guy? He had really long legs, so he had this really long thing he was swinging, but his legs were really long as well. He's like a spider with a third long leg here. Sounds a bit wrong, that, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah, the swingometer on election night. It was always good fun. Right, so Apostolis says, I've already voted Phil. I'm actually still loyal to Tractor, and what I would really want to see is a standalone controller from Tractor. Yeah, I mean, they do standalone production gear, don't they? Their Machina stuff is now standalone. So I wouldn't say never on that, but yeah, who knows? So Neo says, please provide the link. djtips.co/win. djtips.co/win is the link. So Mixmaster G, says the AMA live stream for DJs is starting at 7 p.m. Central European time on his YouTube channel. So go and check that out. Right, what else have we got here from you guys and girls? I'm just scrolling as ever. And we have got something from Kinetic, who says, the trouble that I find with the all-in-one systems, like the one that we've got here, the xdj-az, is I can't run everything through them like I can with mixers and CDJs. I'm a hybrid DJ using external stuff. So for me, standalones are my preferred. Well, for certain, you know, you've got far more inputs on this kind of mixer. There's actually fewer inputs on the xdj-az than there were on the XZ before it. So around the back here, there's less stuff here than there was, but you can still plug in microphones. You can still plug in 2 external inputs. What you're lacking here, which you had on the old one, is the send and return for effects, which is a bit of a shame. I guess they've realized that a lot of this stuff isn't used by the buyers of this kind of gear, and so they kind of put the money into other things in the unit, like the screen and the CPU and so on. But yeah, I hear you. If you're someone who needs a lot of inputs and outputs, Pro Club gear is definitely still the way to go. I guess that the number of people who are like that is just very, very very small compared to the people who are buying this kind of gear, as we're finding out. So this is from DJ Stu C, talking about the fact that software is being updated rather than hardware. My Prime 2, and it's quite an old unit now, isn't it, Stu? Just got stems, and it just got normalization on recordings. All new stuff. Mac Attack says the reason we're not upgrading our gear is the upgrade value doesn't justify the cost. And Mac says gear's okay, but it just makes DJ more interesting, really. I'm not saying that DJ gear is boring and we should never be thinking about it. We've always said here at Digital DJ Tips, the fun happens where the gear meets the music, right? The gear lets you do amazing stuff. I guess what happened for a few years back there was the gear developed like this and none of us could keep up with it. And now it's calmed down. Now the innovations are coming more slowly, and so the gear's kind of lasting a little bit longer. I think that's probably quite a good reading of it. Does any DJ use Starlink, says Avi, with a streaming service? I'm sure you can. I'm sure Starlink would work. By the way, it was literally only about a month ago we saw the first Starlink going across the sky. I'm like, what the hell's that? And of course, my daughter, being a Gen Zer, Gen Z, is she even Gen Z? She's 13. Immediately Google imaged it and got the search results in seconds. And I'm like, why do kids know how to do this stuff? We're suddenly falling behind. Why didn't I know I could do that? Anyway, yeah, I saw my first one. So yeah, they're everywhere, the Starlink satellites. I'm sure you can DJ with them. If anyone has, let us know. Maybe there's another article there. Give us an excuse to go and buy one, won't it? Okay, this is from Benny, who says, I need an upgrade for an all-in-one system. My Mixstream Pro has a bleeding issue at the moment. I guess you mean that your crossfader is starting to bleed. Unfortunately, this stuff happens. I've sprayed air to clean it out, but no luck. Yeah, unfortunately, that does tend to happen with cheaper gear in the end. So you need an upgrade. Well, enter, Benny. You never know, you might be lucky. You might win one of these amazing systems. So remember, people, this is up for grabs. The xdj-az with a full set of speakers and headphones, also a Range 7, also a Prime 4 Plus, and more gear on top of that. We've got loads and loads of stuff to give away. So do come and enter. djtips.co/win. Enter. the prize draw when you complete our DJ Census, which is a great way of letting the industry know what you think. AI, says Stu, will never be part of my workflow. Why would I want to make DJing as boring as my day job? I know what you mean. It's like, I love DJing at home. I've got, you might laugh at this, but hey, I've got a couple of portable turntables and I collect 7-inch singles for fun because I love it. It's the opposite of sitting here surrounded by all this tech with laptops and so on. I know what you mean. To do something which is not what you do at work, I totally get it. I just think that it's going to anyway, Stu. I think it's coming for you, mate. Lexi says, AI is poo overall. That application might help speed you up, but in most cases it does the job wrong. 80%. 80% can be done by AI. The other 20 has to be done by you, is what I am saying, and I'm sticking with it. I use AI for so many things, just not playlists. I even teach people how to make prompts. Yeah, it's only as good as what you ask it, isn't it? There's a place for, a lot of you are very interested in AI here. There's a place for AI, but asking it to find my tracks or do my mixing is never happening. It literally takes all the reward out of DJing. You can ask it to help you do stuff which would otherwise take you longer and that you don't enjoy. Think of it that way. Right, so what else have we got here? Any more comments, people? Alan says, I found a bug in Rekordbox and it was from a couple of years ago and it's still there today. Oh, well, I guess this is something that needs reporting to them. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing it. But like I say, report it to them. Unfortunately, not much we can do to help with that. Phil, what would you recommend for a mobile DJ who's very busy on mobile gigs, who currently has a DDJ SR2? Well, you definitely need something a little bit better. If your SR2 is broken and you want the replacement, then just go for a Flex 4. Flex 4 works with Serato as well. That's your obvious replacement. If you don't want to upgrade, if you want to upgrade, then you're going up to thousands rather than hundreds, and then you're looking at something like the Flex 10, I would imagine, would be a good one to go for there. Thank you for that. No says, oh, no, sorry, yeah. So Kenny says, do you have a course on Ableton? We have several courses that use Ableton. We have our dance music formula course, which teaches you to make a track from the very beginning all the way through to releasing it on Spotify and Beatport using Ableton. We have Laidback Luke's bootlegs, mashups and re-edits course, which teaches you to make, hey, guess what? Bootlegs, mashups and re-edits on Ableton. And we have James Hype's Club Bangers course, where James talks you through making a, can you guess? Club banger from beginning to end, all that use Ableton. So if you're interested in Ableton, there's 3 courses that you can choose from there. Okay, this one, an MC Entertainment, I answered your question. Don't cut and paste over and over again. It's rude. This is from final one. No, I think we've pretty much covered everything that I can pick out there that's worth sharing. Thank you very much, everyone, for just your support and for what you're saying. And remember, you can win 20 grand's worth of gear just by entering our prize draw. Top prize is this, an xdj-az with speakers and headphones. But we've also got a Rev 7, we've got a Rain Performer, we've also got a Prime 4 Plus, and we've got a full VR system from Algorithm and Mix Tour from Reloop in one big package. So you can DJ in hybrid AR stroke VR with that, all up for grabs, along with the very first Access All Areas Digital DJ Tips Pass. Could it be the start of something? Who knows? It's very exciting to bring this to you. djtips.co/win will take you to this page here where you can start your journey filling in our census. It'll take you about 10 minutes and it's extremely valuable to us to have this information, which we also share completely anonymized with the industry as well. And trust me, they do read it, they look forward to it every year, and they're very grateful for you taking the time to do it. Hence, they're kind enough to partner with us to give away these amazing prizes. So thank you to Alpha Theta, Denon, Pioneer, Rain, to Algorithm and Reloop for all taking part. And that's the end. That's the wrap for the year. I am back on Thursday for students. We have a special inside track for you guys inside the Student Hub group. If you're not a student of Digital DJ Tips, you can be. Go grab yourself a course and you can be in there with me on Thursday inside our student-only group where we have get-togethers regularly, and it's one this Thursday at the same time for all you students. So come and join me then. But apart from that, we're back in January. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing in the next couple of weeks, enjoy yourselves, have fun, and I will see you very soon. All that's left for me to say is get good, get out there, and make the moments. Until next year, bye for now.